I'm on my bicycle because I'm having a midlife crisis, and that's what we do. We buy cool shit. We pretend that we're kids. Any channel that's going to talk about nostalgia and childhood stuff, I really think we need to start with our bicycles. My first bike ever, what I believe was a 1981 Schwinn Scrambler. I remember getting it from probably Santa. I don't have that bike anymore, and I definitely something I've wanted to get another one of, just because it was such a cool bike. I'm gonna pop a picture up right now, and there's a picture of me sitting on two of my dad's buddies, and they're old Harleys, a couple shovel heads, I think. And there's me, Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch, my little Scrambler. I used to rip around on that thing with my wispy blonde locks. I wanted to show you my next bike, so check this out. This is a 1986 Schwinn Predator qualifier. The bars, the seat, the wheels, the pedals, the pegs, the fork are not original. This is basically the frame and the crank are the only real original pieces on this bike. I have a nephew who's like 15, 16 years younger than me, and this bike was sitting in the shed for years at my parents' house, and my dad and my nephew kind of changed a bunch of stuff on it. But this is my original bike, original frame, brings back a ton of memories. The last episode, we talked about the bus and the freedom that that thing brought to me. But prior to driving, your bike was everything. I used to go to this dealership called Byron Lake Schwinn. This is the mid-'80s. Like, anyone who knows vintage BMX knows those years, and all the stuff, the stickers, the grips, the seats, everything was so cool. I'd go in that place and just drool for hours. And the guys there were nice because they didn't kick me out. I do remember them having red lines there and other like more high-end bikes that there was no way I was affording that. My dad used to bring me in there every week, and we had this bike picked out, and it was on layaway. And I would literally bring $5, $10 a week, and I would chip away at it. I was still probably like $100 away. It was my birthday. I was turning 10. I had a bunch of friends over, and my dad was like, here's the keys to the whatever it was. I think we had an old Cadillac. He's like, some sodas in the trunk. Pop the trunk, grab your friends, go get those sodas. So we all run over there. I pop the trunk, and there's the Predator. I was so happy. It was the greatest thing ever. Aside from being my first bike, that bike was my first business vehicle. How many of you guys had a freaking paper route when you were kids? I was still biking. I had my milk crate strapped to the handlebars. I gotta show you guys something. Hold on. This is a second place trophy. That was my one and only time racing. I was on that bike. I wore jeans. That's how cool I was. I was like Fonzie up there. I didn't even have like the cool like BMX pants, like those, cool ones. I didn't have those. I had jeans. While we're at it, I might as well show you guys this. This is a Schwinn Fair Lady. This was my sister's bicycle. And I just did a search of the serial number and a bunch of stuff. And even ChatGPT can't tell me exactly, but it's an 87 or an 88. Very original condition. This one's even got the original tires on it still. But you know what they say about girls' bikes. They last because girls are pussies. The dyno, I was like stoked to find this thing. The guy had like this section of like cool 80s stuff. And I was so fixated on this like boom box. Man, should I buy that? And I was kind of like, I kept like doing laps in the store, coming back to this radio. I'm like, should I buy that? I end up not buying it. We're out at the truck. My buddy's there. He's buying a bunch of things. The guy, the salesman guy there, he was cool. Is there anything else I can help you guys with? Is there anything you're ever looking for or whatever? BMX, you got any old BMX? I was like getting nostalgic about it, and like it's right in the window. I'm like, what? He goes, that GT. So I go back in the store. It was literally hanging, and I don't know if it's because I was wearing a hat or I was so fixated on that radio on the shelf. This thing was hanging from the ceiling right above the radio, and I didn't even see it there. So I go up on the ladder, and I'm looking, and again, I'll get up close for you guys. The wear and tear and the patina on this bike is just, it's literally so perfect. There's just scuffs in all the right spots, and I just love it. I absolutely love the original decals, original wheels, the seat, everything's slightly discolored. It's just great. It really is. The pedals. I did think about getting some OxyClean out and really giving this guy a really good cleanup. I'm actually shipping it out to Las Vegas. I'm going out there to do a camp out with the Las Vegas Volkswagen Club at Buses by the Bridge in Lake Havasu. We're all going to caravan down to Havasu, and all those dudes have BMX bikes, and they all rip around. So I'm like, I'm shipping this sucker. I'm going to go biking. What is it, London Bridge out there? I'm coming for you, baby. BMX. Really the heart of any kid. It's cool. I love it. And I'm still a kid with a BMX bike. Only I'm not a kid, and I'm really not riding BMX anymore, but nostalgia, baby. That's why we do it. Cheers to your midlife crisis. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video and get your notifications, and let me know what else you want me to talk about on here. There's so much cool shit we can talk about. Cheers, guys.